What if I told you that a single explosion released so much radiation that an entire city had to be abandoned forever? A disaster so terrifying that its effects can still be detected decades later. This is the true story of the world's worst nuclear accident. The Chernobyl disaster. It was the early hours of April 26, 1986, at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in Soviet Ukraine. Engineers were conducting a routine safety test on reactor number 4. The purpose was to determine whether the reactor could continue providing emergency power for a short time if the main electricity supply failed. However, during the test, several critical mistakes were made. Important safety systems were switched off, and the reactor was pushed into an unstable condition. The operators believed everything was under control, but deep inside the reactor, power levels were rising dangerously. Then, at exactly 1:23 a.m., disaster struck. A massive explosion ripped through reactor number 4, followed seconds later by an even more powerful blast. The roof of the reactor was blown apart, exposing the radioactive core directly to the atmosphere. Flames and radioactive debris shot into the night sky, releasing enormous amounts of radiation into the environment. At first, no one realized the true scale of the catastrophe. Firefighters rushed to the scene believing they were fighting a normal fire. Without proper protective equipment, they climbed onto the burning reactor and nearby buildings. Many of them received fatal doses of radiation within minutes, unaware that the invisible danger surrounding them was far deadlier than the flames. Just 3 kilometers away was the city of Pripyat, home to nearly 50,000 people. Families slept peacefully while a deadly radioactive cloud drifted silently over the city. Children played outside the next morning, and life continued as usual because officials had not yet warned the public. It wasn't until almost 36 hours later that the government ordered a complete evacuation. Residents were told they would return in just a few days, so they left behind their homes, clothes, toys, photographs, and even their pets. Tragically, they never returned. Pripyat became a permanent ghost city, frozen in time. The radioactive cloud didn't stop at Ukraine's borders. Winds carried it across Belarus, Russia, and much of Europe. Scientists soon detected unusual radiation levels in countries hundreds and even thousands of kilometers away. Millions of people were exposed to radioactive fallout, making Chernobyl an international disaster. To prevent an even greater catastrophe, thousands of firefighters, engineers, soldiers, and volunteers, later known as the liquidators, risked their lives to contain the reactor. They cleared radioactive debris, buried contaminated equipment, and eventually covered the destroyed reactor with a massive concrete structure called the sarcophagus. Many of these heroes suffered severe health problems due to extreme radiation exposure. Even today, the area surrounding Chernobyl remains part of a restricted exclusion zone. Nature has slowly reclaimed the abandoned city, but the invisible radiation still makes long-term human settlement unsafe in many areas. The Chernobyl disaster changed the world's understanding of nuclear safety forever. It exposed the devastating consequences of human error, poor communication, and inadequate safety measures. Today, it stands as one of history's greatest warnings about the responsibility that comes with powerful technology. If you enjoyed learning about this incredible chapter of history, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next fascinating historical